Hey, JRT here, and welcome back to another video. I am playing Hardcore Team Deathmatch, and I complete the 70 challenge again. This is my second time I've completed it, and I don't know. I like this game because of the fact that I get so frustrated at the beginning. At the beginning of this video, that I had to stop, think. Don't get frustrated, relax, and get back into the game, get my head back into the game. And by the end of this game, I end up getting 75 kills. So that just goes to show that if you're frustrated, you've got to calm down, you've got to think, you've got to strategize, you got to think about what you're gonna do around that corner. What's your next move? And that's what I end up doing. Now I get frustrated because sometimes we start off really bad at this game, really bad. I start off, and my teammates are not exactly the greatest. So some of them actually try to get themselves kicked, so I actually end up dying a few times from them in my spawn, which is unfortunate. But there is a plus side to that. As they get themselves, kicked, trying to kill me, I actually get more kills. I don't have to worry about them dying so many times, giving them more score streaks to increase their amount of kills. After they get kicked, I end up doing all the killing. So, and increase my chances of getting that score streak. So for me, that's a huge plus. If they're that bad that they have to get themselves kicked, I'm happy. So right here, you could tell I was trying to slow it down. I wasn't going to try to rush, but apparently it didn't work. See, right there, I ended up getting team killed again. But there was something funky going on with this game because the connection just would not, and I will say that this contributed huge to my kills, is that every single time that someone left the game, they wouldn't let anybody else in the game. So I ended up playing against 5 players the whole time, and I only had 4. So, and look at any 70 kill challenge that has been completed in core or hardcore, and look to see how many players that they have or the enemy has. And look through the entire match, because sometimes they quit and it takes a little bit for someone else to come in, or someone else comes in and camps more. So just look and see how many players that person has, because I can guarantee you that a lot of the time matchmaking screws up, or something happens that increases your chances to get that 70 plus, which is it's in your favor. So it's nothing bad, but at the same time, I'm gonna admit it. I had 4 players on my team for most of this game, and the other team had 5. So it increased my odds to get more kills than anybody else on my team, and plus they had 5 players on their side. So there was something screwed up about it, but I was happy. Look at that lag. I'm lagging a little bit in this game, so that didn't help at all. So that was a terrible host altogether. But I will tell you this though, and I hate to say it, and somebody will probably downvote this, but really I don't give a shit. The point I'm going to make is, if you look at a lot of 70 challenge completed, a lot of them are from core. Yes, it's from core. Not because there's more core players. I mean, yes, there are more core players, but it's more difficult to get the 70 challenge in hardcore team deathmatch. Personal opinion. It is an opinion. Everybody has one. It's like an asshole. Everybody's got one. But the point I'm trying to make is I believe hardcore is more challenging to complete this challenge, because there's so many different opportunities for you to die in this game, and you cannot die because you need your score streaks. So, and what I mean by that is, you can die from a random grenade, which happens a lot in Nuketown. You can die from a random friendly Bouncing Betty, or whatever it's called now. You can even die from a shock charge. So there are so many ways that you could die in hardcore that makes it more difficult to complete the 70 plus challenge. And that's why some people ended up going to core that are hardcore players to complete the 70 challenge. Which, I plan on trying that next, by the way. I do plan on completing the 70 challenge on Team Deathmatch on core. Even though I'm not a core player, I like core, but I enjoy hardcore better. Or more, sorry, not better. But I would like to see those players try. Even Marka J hasn't, at least as far as I know. I don't watch all his videos, but I do watch a few. but he has not completed the 70 plus challenge on hardcore, period. So, and the worst part about it is core players typically think that hardcore is too easy. The truth is, yes, it's easy to get kills. You also have to compete, and this is what makes it difficult to complete the 70 challenge also, is yes, it's easy to get kills, and it's also the reason why it's more difficult to complete the 70 plus challenge. Because it's so easy to get that one shot every time. However, it doesn't mean you're gonna do well. Yes, it's easier to get kills, but it's also easier for you to die. So even though you get 30 kills in hardcore team deathmatch, but you may have 15 deaths at the same time. Unless you're playing against a really good team, you might even have more deaths. Or one good player can change everything around in hardcore. Just to let you guys know that, one good player can change the whole game around, even if you're playing against a clan. But the point I'm trying to make, though, is a lot of core players think that hardcore players, it's too easy to play, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna do well, and that sure, you might get a few more kills than you typically would in core, but again, it doesn't mean you're gonna do that great. Especially if you lobby shop. A lot of people like to lobby shop. I don't necessarily approve of lobby shopping, just because in the YouTube world, it doesn't necessarily show the player's skills to me. How often do you ever see great players play against, high level players? How many times do you ever see someone showing the lobby leaderboard before they get into a game? How many times have you seen someone show a combat record of the other teammates before getting into a game? You don't, because a lot of the time they will lobby shop. That's the key thing. That's why all these players think that other players or YouTubers are so great a player. But look at their, for one, look at their win-loss. That's a good indicator. That means that if someone leaves and someone comes in that's really good and they do bad, they're gonna rage quit. So take that with a grain of salt as well. I mean, I don't lobby shop, but I will say this. Domination has gotten to the point in hardcore that it's probably the best thing you can do as a solo player. If you have one other person, you could probably handle it. I trust most of my friends, so I could typically hold off a team if I had one other player with me. But for the most part, I don't approve of lobby shopping. Like I said, if you're a solo player in hardcore domination, I kind of encourage it only because of the fact that a lot of people play with clans now, and that is one of those few game modes that you need good team communication. Well, anyway, that's it for the video. I got one hell of a end game score, 6,580, and I'm pretty sure I would have had a lot of XP, but since I'm a level 1,000, it doesn't show it anymore. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.